Okay, video number 2. I'm gonna do casual. Now this is my longest list, so bear with me. Um, I'm gonna start off with the Plaza in Magic Kingdom. Um, it is located in Main Street, basically, like that entrance. You turn to the right, and it's by that ice cream corner. And it's a good place to eat. It wasn't like extremely memorable. It's just burgers, fries, sundaes. And it's kind of a small place. So if you're looking to go somewhere that you didn't make a reservation for, I wouldn't necessarily go there because it's small. So I don't know if the wait would be longer because of that. I'm pretty sure it would be, but that's the Plaza. um, and the Coral Reef at Epcot. Now that place is awesome because they have that whole wall of fishes and other sea creatures. And sometimes, they have scuba divers that like come to the window and like, "Hey guys." But they serve a lot of seafood, which is kind of like creepy, you're eating what you're watching. But they don't have a lot of choices otherwise. They may have one beef and one chicken. So if your party members aren't into seafood, I might skip it. Or I would do it anyways and not care. But yeah, that's at Epcot. Rose and Crown Pub. Now I put this place on the list because I think it's really cool. I think it's Ireland, England. I think it's Ireland. Don't quote me on it. It's right next to England though. I know that. And it's got good food, bangers and mash. But they have what I think is cool is they have this little outdoor deck. And I've never done this, but I'm assuming that you would be allowed to if you ever want to like maybe grab a beer and some late night snack. It would be a really cool place to kind of reserve and like because it's on the waterfront, so it would be like a nice place I think to go watch the fireworks. I'm not sure. I've never done it though, but I think that would be a cool idea. It was just a crazy idea I had, and I've never gotten to do it, but I ate there once and it was on the porch, and I thought, this would be a nice place to sit and watch. So that's the Rose and Crown Pub in Epcot. 50s Primetime at Hollywood Studios. I love 50s Primetime. I eat there every time and it's not even the food. I mean, they have a good meatloaf, which is nice because, like, where else are you going to find meatloaf at Disney? If you're getting a little homesick, their meatloaf is awesome. It is. And I always request Honest Luke Ely. I don't always get him, but he is, like, the best waiter ever because 50s Primetime is one of those places where, like, the waiters poke fun at you, They're like, get your elbows off the table or I'm going to make you stand up and do I'm a Little Teapot. Not going to say that's happened to me, but it's possible. And my father. They do all sorts of fun stuff, though, and I really love it because it's like dinner and a show, and you're involved in the show. But yeah, Honest is a really nice guy. Even, we've sat and talked with him after dinner even, and he's just a really good guy, and I love him. He's just awesome. So I would request him if you can. If you can't, I mean, obviously there's other waiters that would do, just as good of a job, but Honest is my favorite, I've been requesting him since I was like 10. So that's in Hollywood Studios, and that's the one I was talking about in my previous video, being connected to Hollywood and Vine. That does not have the Fantasmic dining package, though, just so you know, and that's much more 50s themed, Mama's the cook and whatever. But it's really neat. Mama Melrose's is one of the Fantasmic dining packages, and that's also in Hollywood Studios. I only ate there once when I was young, and I don't really remember it other than it's an Italian restaurant, and it's kind of hard to find. It's like in the corner of middle of nowhere, so you'll probably walk past it and be like, where is this place? And walk back, and there it is. Yeah, that's all I can say about it. I mean, it's Italian. I think I had pizza there. I don't know. But again, let me tell you, if you haven't watched my first one, request it when you're reserving that place, because you might not get it. You probably won't get it, the Fantasmic Dining Package. And if you don't know what that is, please refer to my other video, because I have a lot more to get through. Sci-Fi Dine-In. That is kind of a cool area to go to. That's in Hollywood Studios, and I would think of it as more of a lunch place. If you're kind of on a budget, dinner is fine too. Again, burgers, fries, shakes. But you sit in these old-fashioned cars and eat your meal, and I think that's really cool. I mean, they're not really old-fashioned cars. I mean, they're, like, made to be eaten in. But they also have, like, this big black and white screen, and they play this run-through of, like, short skits or commercials of back in the day. But it's really neat. I like it. Beaches and Cream at Beach Club Resort. So this is in a resort. Definitely should eat there. Definitely. If you have more than at least 4 in your party, get a kitchen sink. Because how many of you can say that you've eaten ice cream out of a kitchen sink? I mean, they put every flavor of ice cream in there, every topping they have in there. And it's a 50s themed restaurant too. They also have really good food. But if you're planning on having dessert there, if you're a big eater, you can eat something. If you're not, just don't even eat. Just get to the ice cream, because the ice cream is so good. I get a No Way Jose, and it's a peanut butter and hot fudge sundae. It is so good. I mean, it's like half fudge, half ice cream. Not even. It's like 75% fudge. It's awesome. I love it so much. It's just a really cool place to be. I was there New Year's when the New Year turned a while ago, and we had a kitchen sink, and it was really cool. Olivia's Cafe in Old Key West Resort. That is a sit-down restaurant in Old Key West, and it's a good place. I don't eat there usually, but you know, if you're looking for somewhere and you just want to spend the day inside, you know, at the pool, and you're at Old Key West Resort, you know, give it a try. It's good. It's food. Whispering Canyon Cafe at Wilderness Lodge. That's kind of cool. They do this neat little thing where if you want ketchup with your food, they everyone screams, "This table needs ketchup," or whatever, and everyone that has a bottle of ketchup they bring you all of the ketchup in the entire room. So if you want ketchup, you know, you'll probably get like 10 bottles of ketchup, you know, and then when somebody else wants it, you have to give it to them. And then you can probably ask for it back. I don't know. But, you know, you have to bring over like 10 bottles to that table. So it's kind of cute. It's a cork. But they serve Western style food. You know, it's like cornbread and corn and brisket stuff. You know, chili. I can't remember. I haven't eaten there in a while. But it's Southwest food. I don't like that type of food. So when I was there, I had like 5 milkshakes, and it was like the worst decision I've ever made. In fact, I think he was about to cut me off. In fact, I think he did cut me off. It's a bad decision. Bongos Cuban Cafe in downtown Disney. I love that place. I mean, I don't love it, but it's like got the best beans ever. I've never had better black beans ever. And they have this flank steak, and they have this garlic citrus sauce that goes with it. It's awesome. It's so good. And so that's a good place to go to if you aren't going to the parks that day. You know, because when you don't go to the parks, you have to find somewhere to eat. And so downtown Disney, that would be a place I would go to if you're looking to eat in downtown Disney. Wolfgang Puck, also in downtown Disney. Cool little place. I mean, I think most people have heard of Wolfgang Puck. Steak. Also good food. I've only eaten there once, actually, so. But yeah, it's good, and it's got like cool decor and everything. But I want to say that even though these are casual dining, make reservations. Make reservations for every day. You know, why not? Because Otherwise, you're gonna have to wait in line forever. And I feel so bad for those people that thought they could just, walk up and get sit down like they do back home, and you can't. It's impossible. Alright, so thanks for watching. That was your casual dining review.